So this is me. I've been a teacher now for, I think, 12 years. I began as a very bad teacher, a very young teacher. Some students were older than me. And that was a bit strange. But it was also fun to be a teacher in Amsterdam. It's a very cultural city, different backgrounds, different ages, and a very mixed gender. And that makes teaching fun. Today's program, Know Your Impact. As a teacher, as someone from science, from chemistry, the challenges you meet in teaching or presenting, how to use the brain. It's a quick guide. For some people, it's hard, but it's fun to use and misuse the brain. And why do we all do this? The story begins. 4 years ago, I became a father. Woo! Yes. It proves I paid attention with biology. And the moment I became a father was also the moment I thought about the way I was teaching for some years. And I changed everything. The classic ways to teach, starting with the goals, the already existing knowledge with students. I thought, why? Yeah, because my teachers told me to do so, but I didn't know why. So the next question is, what's the most important thing a teacher must have? And that's the interactive thing. Grab your phone, or laptop, or something digital with internet access. Go to menti.com. Enter the code 779869. It's not my telephone number. Chicken. Passion. Fernando. Yeah, a brain. Passion. Again. Ugly shirts, yes. I don't know how, but the chicken stays the most popular.
Chicken is typing fast.
Yeah. The more a word gets chosen, the bigger it is on the screen. And chicken is competing with passion and patience. Yes, thank you. I think passion about the thing you teach, if it is chemistry, physics, even math, is one of the most important things you need as a teacher. And when you show passion about everything you do in class or during a lecture, you see the... How do you get the pictures? You see that your passion will inspire the students, and as soon as that little spark is lit, you will see you will start to have fun in teaching. The other one, patience, you can combine with listening. Sometimes it's very hard to listen to students. It sounds a bit bad, but yeah, you have to listen to students because they feel appreciated, and they must feel appreciated, and as soon as they feel appreciated, they feel safe in your classroom, in your lecture room, or wherever. And dedication, empathy, passion stays the most popular. Bye bye chicken. I've got two inspirators. I think almost everyone knows the periodic table of elements with periodic videos. Professor Martin Polyakov started with his team a website with YouTube movies from every element available, and they do experiments, most of the time very fun experiments, not too serious, and they combine it with a bit boring lectures from Martin. It's true, but he is a real science man. And some activating videos. The second one is compound interest. It's a website from Andy Brunning, and he makes infographics about all kinds of chemistry-related stuff. And the thing they have is, how do you say? The similar thing they have both is they know how to explain all the stuff to a broad audience and use everything. And they know how to transfer knowledge. This is the classic way to transfer knowledge from one to another, writing an article and let the other one read it, telling stuff, showing a video. But that's getting boring because it doesn't work anymore. Next slide. Okay. It's not always working. The impact you have as a teacher, it's pretty big. Even a small thing you say to your students can stay in their head for a very long time. A compliment can be a lifesaver for a student and can change a student's complete future. The compliments you give to a student, yeah, it can make the difference between choosing for chemistry or economics. Let them choose chemistry because it's much more fun. And it doesn't. I haven't been to university, but I know how to teach, and students respect me about who I am, hopefully, and not because of what I know. And this is the reason why. Three things. The Pygmalion effect. It's a Greek story, and it's quite good. There was a man living in a village, and with many beautiful women, but none was perfect for him, he thought. So he made his own wife out of stone, a statue, and he worshipped her and wished to God, please make her alive. By believing in something, it eventually came true. That's the growth mindset. Just have expectations of your students, of the people around you, and eventually they will come true. Don't set the bar too high, because if you can't reach it, it becomes difficult. But just high enough. You can touch it when you jump, but not too easy. And this is me. I can still remember primary school, one class, I had a teacher, and she was always, Menno, stop doing this, Menno, stop doing this, Menno, go back to your place, Menno. I felt horrible. I hated school. The year after, I had another teacher, and she gave compliments, and I started to enjoy school again. So by setting or thinking about students in a positive way, every student individually, you also motivate them to reach the goals, to reach the bar you set very high. The basics. Know your impact. This is a bit This is my friend, I hope still, my friend Rafael. In a video, this is just a still without context. But know your impact as a teacher. Sometimes your impact as a teacher can be very hard. So try to be careful. Have high expectations. Set the bar high. And have high expectations of your students, of your people in your classroom. And teach like a champion. I don't like this guy. Thank you, yeah. More. I like this one more. This is a Dutch athlete. My wife used to babysit her before she was famous. But teach like a champion. It's like a big game, a competition as a teacher to get the best out of your students, to get the best out of everything, and to you're really exhausted after the day teaching. And use humor. And then if you use humor, you see Martin Paliakov uses humor and he stays funny. And even I hope I will be looking like this in 40 years. Make fun. There are more ways to motivate students. Fear is one of them. But things changed, so we're using other things than fear. So what do you think is the hardest thing to motivate the students? You can go back to Menti and use the same code, deliver. Okay. Oh. More of it. I once had a colleague who trying not to kill them. Survival, yeah. Survival of the students or survival of the teacher? Both. The one in the middle now, reach every student. It is one of the hardest things in teaching. I'm trying to see everyone in the eyes in the audience, and it's pretty difficult. But when you're teaching a class for 1.5 hours to give every student his personal attention, it is hard. You want to do it, but yeah, if you succeed, it's difficult. Survival, both students and teacher. Respect. Not you. Thank you, Fernando. Chicken. What do you think is how can you motivate students in the easiest way? Fingers, come on. Oh, point someone.
Repeat the question.
That's its question. How can you motivate students in an easy way?
Give everyday examples.
Okay.
Give everyday life.
Yeah. Give everyday examples. One more.
And find out what they're interested in as well.
Yeah.
Getting enough sleep.
Yeah. Both students and teacher.
Showing that science is fun.
By doing?
Everyday examples, keeping contact every time during the class, like
Yeah.
talking with them and sometimes like diversing is not about all science in the class, but telling them like personal experience related with science. That I think that is engaging. When they feel like you are a real person, that a normal person that everyday needs, so it's better.
Yeah, that's true. Teachers are human too.
I was about to say the same thing. Share personal experience, and because they have to realize that you made mistake first, but you know how to correct them. So.
Yeah, the teacher is not almighty. Sometimes students think so, but they're not. Using everyday examples, bringing science close to them, their personal experience. They love to tell everything they have seen. So you can use everything. And the actualities. And keeping curious. Things happen in the news in other countries. Bad things, but also good things. Green chemistry, energy transitions, the climate agreement, Trump, even Trump. What does he use in his hair to make it so special? And you can use brains. And that's the thing I love most. Not using brains to let them work, but using the brains to let knowledge last. I did some experiments, and it had some pretty good results. But first, some basics about the brain. Everyone has a brain. Not everyone uses it. But if you know, when you know how to activate the brains and brains of others, it's gold. The pink stuff in the front, actually it's gray, but here it's pink. It's the frontal lobe. It's the last part of the brains which develop around or maybe after puberty. You can see it by the younger students who have difficulties with planning, with reality, with relativity, to place things in the complete. It's difficult for the younger students. So can we expect from students from 16 or 14 to 16 to plan their homework? We do, but it's very difficult for them because they can't use that part of the brain as well as we can. The yellow part, it's a difficult part, the parietal lobe, and in that part of the brains you get your sense of space, awareness, parking skills. And no, now my parking skills are very bad, so I'm always driving around finding a space with no cars around. And the purple or bluish part at the back, that's a very special part because that part is solely for visual ability. So that's why when you show a picture, it says more than 1,000 words. And when you put your slide, like the last session, there were slides full of text, so much text. And I was reading all the lines, and I couldn't hear anymore what they were telling. And that's difficult. And that's even more difficult for the students. And the green part is the part where the short-term memory is partially, but also hearing and ability to talk and understanding of language. So when you use and activate all the parts of the brain, then you can also use with tests or other stuff, you can last knowledge, because if the knowledge is hosted or stored in more than one part of the brain, then it will be fixed. The experiment I did was with smell. I used cinnamon. The smell of cinnamon is very nice, You can bake an apple pie and you smell apples and cinnamon. But during some theoretical parts, the students could smell cinnamon. And during the test, they could also smell cinnamon. And the classes I used this experiment in had better results than the classes without. And that was really strange, but also fun. Think about walking in the city and suddenly you smell something sweet. Most of the times a memory pops up and think, oh, my holiday in Italy, or IKEA. When I smell fresh wood, I think about IKEA. I can't help it. But there is one limitation, the short-term memory. Everything you hear, see, smell, feel, goes to the short-term memory. And it's short. It's limited. How short? Why is there no chicken? Come on. I think 6 kings will win. It's 8. On average. Some people can remember more than one thing, others can remember less than 6 things. It depends on the person, but on average it's 8 things. And even when I'm telling you this story, it's just 8 words you remember, and when I say my 9th word, you forget the first one. So it goes pretty quick. And if I'm using different things, like showing a video, talking to you, and there's a clown in the corner. Clown where? We also have the thalamus, and the thalamus is a part of the ancient brain, and it's like a stupid filter, and it's doing its work too good. And the filter makes a selection of the things that enter the brain and the long-term memory, except for smell, and that's why you use, when you use odors, smells, or thing, you can activate the brain quicker. What a luck! We work in chemistry. So you can make smells, or vapors, how do you say, what's the proper word?
Odors.
Odors, yeah. Bad ones in organic chemistry, good ones, no good ones.
That's very stereotypical.
And you can make them and use them. Because smell, the ability to smell, the signals from smell goes directly into the brain. So, let's all stand up. Wake up. Antonio. Is everyone standing? Please do. No wheelchairs, I hope? No. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. I can see you. And now I run away. And think, Victor, and think about your last holiday.
Okay, this is far, far away.
Or food, yesterday's food.
What are your best food?
And can you remember the smell of the room? Who can't?
Can you repeat that question?
Who can remember the smell of the room?
Now,
Yeah?
did you fart it?
No. That would be a start. Most of the people can remember the smell of the room. Who can remember everyone walking in the room? Unless you're alone. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Who can remember how many glasses of wine they drank?
This I don't know.
It stops at 6 glasses, I think. Or none, that's also. Connecting memories to the others that were in the room. It's easier than connecting memories to the persons who were there, unless they were very famous, because they make an impression. If you have been talking to, I don't know, Ben Veringa or Fernando, you will remember. But other people, I can't remember who I was talking to yesterday. I'm so sorry. But that's the thing. So that was the, you can open your eyes now. Oh, and sit. No stand? Okay. So try to, even if you have a normal presentation, use more than one medium to transfer your knowledge, transfer the information, and make clear in your classes why you do everything. So have a higher goal, set high goals for the students, but also make sure the goals are clear. When students know why they have to do something, even if it's not fun, most of them will do it. As long as they know why. Make connections. The more connections you make to the real life things or existing knowledge, the better the information gets stuck in the brain. But be careful, if you make the wrong connections, it's harder to remove them than to make new ones. Use the brains and dot, 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 dot. Share everything. Victor here, I love to chat about him, about how to do presentations, to share knowledge, to share experiences, what went good, what went wrong. Nothing went wrong. But by sharing knowledge about teaching and sharing everything you do and just ask, you get better. But what should we do more? What should the teacher or presenter, feedback on me will be 2 slides down the road. What should the teacher do? Engage? Eat, sleep, rave, repeat. Chicken? Oh. I like the thing, discuss beyond the class. I think there are more than one person here who has experience in teaching. I hope so, yes? Who goes to the canteen or to the student's office, room, I don't know, to chat about with the students before class? Perfect. Most information about everything the students feel or how their social interaction is at that day, you can get from the canteen. Just sit with them at the table, chat with them, show them you're human and interested in their opinion about things. And believe me, it worked for me, because sitting at the table with the students gave me more feedback and better feedback than the school's feedback list, or the feedback from the school to me became better because all the bad feedback was already given in the canteen. Octopus will beat the chicken, never. Love, stop bullshit, yeah. Play games, interactive, reflex, listen, and laugh, yeah, laughing with the students. My motto is, don't teach to the students, teach with the students. Use them. The students also have knowledge, they have an opinion, and they like to share it. So if you, the first time it will be bullshit, but as soon as you educate how to do it, and they can share their knowledge and their opinion, it will be real fun. And the octopus will never beat the chicken. Using digital tools, or educative tools, these are a few examples of things you can use in class. The thing I used today was Mentimeter. It's a pretty accessible self-learning system and not too difficult. But also when your university or school provides the Office package from Microsoft, you have things like Office Teams, Office Lens, and things you can use to make your class interactive. And most of the times it's free. Nearpod is a real good one, but so expensive. And now I'm using LearnBeat. And LearnBeat is an electronic learning environment, and it helps to create content. It's comparable with Canvas or Moodle, and but it looks much better. So try them. Kahoot. If you never tried something digital in class, start with Kahoot. It's with colors, shapes, and quiz, competitive, and funny music. And even older people, serious people, like it. And that's fun. And YouTube. And that makes a link to the next one. I would like to thank EYCN. It's because of EYCN I got the chance to share my thoughts about things. IUPAC for inviting me. My work for paying me. And Camille for being fantastic. So, applause for Camille. And the last thing, the most scary thing, please give me feedback. That's also as a teacher. Ask for feedback. Be gentle. Please, chicken. Okay, I love this kind of feedback. Please give me feedback, more concrete though, and I will use it, and I'm happy to hand over the microphone to the next one, or to the one who's introducing. Fernando, wake up. Fernando, it's your turn. Oh, he's having siesta. So thank you very much.